Emotional eating is using food to cope with feelings. It's a common response to stress, sadness, or even boredom. It is reaching for a snack when you are stressed, bored, or sad. Instead of addressing the root cause of these emotions, we turn to food for comfort. Food becomes a substitute for dealing with emotions. It acts as a temporary distraction, masking the real issues at hand. We all do it sometimes. It's a natural human response to seek comfort in food. It becomes a problem when it is your only way of coping. Relying solely on food to manage emotions can lead to unhealthy patterns. Emotional eating doesn't fix the problem. The underlying feelings remain unresolved. It might make you feel better for a little while. That momentary relief is fleeting, but the feelings always come back. The unresolved emotions resurface, often stronger than before, and you might feel worse about overeating. This can lead to feelings of regret and self-criticism. This can lead to a cycle of shame and guilt. The more you eat to cope, the worse you feel, perpetuating the cycle. Learning to identify emotional eating is the first step to change. Recognizing the patterns helps in addressing them. Pay attention to your body and your emotions. Understanding your triggers is crucial. Ask yourself why you are reaching for food. This self-awareness is crucial. Are you truly hungry or are you seeking comfort? It is possible to break free. With effort and mindfulness, you can change these habits. You can learn to manage emotions in healthier ways. Activities like yoga, meditation, or creative pursuits can be effective. You can develop a healthier relationship with food. By finding alternative ways to cope, you can enjoy food for nourishment and pleasure, not as an emotional crutch. The emotional eating cycle is a pattern we can get trapped in, often without even realizing it. It starts with an unpleasant emotion. This could be stress from work, sadness from a personal loss, or loneliness from feeling isolated. To avoid these uncomfortable feelings, we often turn to food as a form of escape. The food provides temporary relief, making us feel better for a short while. It might be a sugar rush that lifts our mood, or simply the feeling of fullness that distracts us from our emotions. But this relief is short-lived and often followed by regret. We often feel guilty or ashamed after overeating, questioning our lack of control. This guilt makes us feel even worse, and the cycle continues, trapping us in a loop. Breaking this cycle requires us to identify our triggers and understand our emotional responses. What specific emotions make us want to eat? Is it boredom, anxiety, or something else? When do we find ourselves turning to food for comfort? Is it late at night or during stressful times? Once we understand our triggers, we can find healthier ways to cope, such as meditation, exercise, or talking to a friend. Remember, food is not the solution to emotional problems. It is a temporary fix that ultimately makes things worse. It is important to recognize that while food can provide comfort, it does not address the root of our emotional issues. By understanding the emotional eating cycle and our personal triggers, we can begin to break free and find healthier ways to manage our emotions. Distinguishing between physical and emotional hunger is crucial. Physical hunger is the body's need for fuel. It comes on gradually and is a physical sensation. You might feel stomach rumbles or low energy. Emotional hunger, however, is driven by emotions. It appears suddenly. You crave specific comfort foods like sweets or fast food. Emotional hunger often leads to overeating. You eat even though you aren't physically hungry. Pay attention to your body's signals. If you are truly hungry, eat nourishing food. If you are experiencing emotional hunger, address the emotion. Recognizing the difference between physical and emotional hunger empowers you. You can make conscious choices about food. You can start to break free from emotional eating. Emotional eating triggers are the emotions and situations that lead to overeating. Common triggers include stress, boredom, loneliness, and anger. These emotions can be overwhelming. Food can feel like a way to numb them. Take some time to reflect on your own triggers. Keep a journal to track your eating habits. Write down what you eat, how you feel before and after eating, and what triggered the eating. Notice patterns in your behavior. Do you reach for sugary snacks when you feel overwhelmed? Do you overeat when you are alone? Identifying your triggers is key to finding healthier coping mechanisms. Once you know your triggers, you can develop strategies to manage them. You can start to break the link between your emotions and food. Section 5. Finding alternatives. Managing emotions without food. Managing emotions without food is essential to breaking the emotional eating cycle. There are many healthy ways to cope with difficult emotions. Exercise is a great way to boost your mood. Physical activity releases endorphins, which have mood-boosting effects. Engage in activities you enjoy. This could be reading, listening to music, or spending time in nature. Hobbies can provide a distraction from emotional eating triggers. They can also help you relax, connect with others. Talking to a friend, family member, or therapist can help you process emotions. Social connection is a vital part of emotional well-being. Finding healthy coping mechanisms takes time and practice. Experiment with different activities until you find what works for you. Remember, you are not alone. Section 6. The pause mastering cravings with self-reflection. When a craving hits, it can feel overwhelming. It can come out of nowhere and take you by surprise. The urge to eat can be strong, almost irresistible at times. But before you give in, pause. This moment of hesitation is crucial. Take a moment to check in with yourself. Sit quietly and breathe. Ask yourself, am I truly hungry, or am I feeling something else? Is it boredom, stress, or sadness? Take a few deep breaths and pay attention to your body. Feel the rise and fall of your chest. Do you feel physical hunger pangs, or is it an emotional craving? Understanding the difference is key. This pause allows you to make a conscious choice. You are in control. You can choose to address the emotion instead of numbing it with food. Write down your feelings or talk to someone. This mindful awareness is key to breaking free from emotional eating. Remember, cravings are temporary. They come and go. They will pass even if you don't give in. Trust in your ability to handle them. With practice, you can learn to ride the wave of cravings and make healthier choices. Each time you succeed, you build resilience. Section 7. Savoring the moment. Indulging mindfully without overeating. Enjoying food is a part of a healthy relationship with food. You can indulge without overeating. The key is to savor every bite. Pay attention to the taste, texture, and aroma of your food. Eat slowly and mindfully. Put your fork down between bites. Chew your food thoroughly and savor the flavors. This allows your body to register fullness, preventing overeating. Choose foods you truly enjoy. Don't waste calories on foods you don't love. Indulge in small portions of your favorite treats. This allows you to enjoy them without overdoing it. Remember, food is meant to be enjoyed. By practicing mindful eating, you can savor the experience without guilt or shame. Section 8. Cultivating healthy habits for long-term success. Breaking the cycle of emotional eating requires adopting healthy lifestyle habits. These habits support your overall well-being and reduce the urge to turn to food for comfort. Prioritize sleep. When you are well rested, you are better equipped to handle stress. Aim for 7 to 9 hours of quality sleep each night. Manage stress effectively. Find healthy ways to cope with stress, such as exercise, meditation, or spending time in nature. Chronic stress can trigger emotional eating. Stay hydrated. Sometimes thirst can be mistaken for hunger. Drink plenty of water throughout the day. By incorporating these healthy habits into your routine, you can create a strong foundation for emotional well-being. This reduces your reliance on food for comfort. Section 9. The power of support. Seeking help on your journey. Breaking free from emotional eating can be challenging. Remember, you don't have to do it alone. Seeking support can make a significant difference in your journey. Talk to a trusted friend or family member. Share your struggles and ask for their support. Sometimes simply talking about it can be helpful. Consider joining a support group. Connecting with others who understand what you're going through can be incredibly validating. Seek professional help. A therapist can help you identify the root causes of your emotional eating and develop healthy coping mechanisms. Remember, asking for help is a sign of strength, not weakness. Surrounding yourself with a supportive network can make your journey to recovery more manageable. Section 10. Breaking free. Embracing a positive relationship with food. Breaking free from emotional eating is about more than just changing your eating habits. It is about developing a healthier relationship with food and with yourself. Challenge negative thoughts about food and body image. Society often bombards us with unrealistic beauty standards. Focus on nourishing your body with healthy foods and appreciating what it can do. Practice self-compassion. Be kind to yourself, especially when you make mistakes. Recovery is not linear. There will be ups and downs along the way. Celebrate your successes. Acknowledge and celebrate your progress, no matter how small. Every step you take toward a healthier relationship with food is a victory. Remember, you are worthy of nourishment, both physically and emotionally. Section 11. Conclusion. You are worthy of nourishment. Emotional eating is a common struggle, but it doesn't have to control your life. By understanding the emotional eating cycle, identifying your triggers, and finding healthy coping mechanisms, you can break free. Remember to be patient and compassionate with yourself. Changing deeply ingrained habits takes time and effort. Celebrate your successes along the way. Seek support when you need it. You are capable of breaking free from emotional eating. You are worthy of a healthy and fulfilling relationship with food. Take it one step at a time and remember, you are not alone.